to the crossover, where nothing is out of bounds and everything is fair game. We have a lot to cover with you today, but first, let's check in with the Tunnel Crew. Please give a warm welcome to Stats, Aggie P, Rooftop, TP, and Big T.
What is happening, everybody? And once again, it is time for the greatest, the best, the number one sports talk show there is on the radio, on the internet, World Wide Web. You can't find one better. You might find one just as good, but you won't find one better. I promise you that.
No.
And I'm talking about none other than the Crossover Sports Show right here on WLJF Radio and The Joy.
The Joy.
And my name is Big T, alongside my tag team partners, the usual cast of characters. We're going to start with the man to my left.
Who you with?
Got the sunglasses on.
Yes.
It's dark outside. It's getting dark at 5:25.
Yes.
You know, and he running around with sunglasses. So, do you drive like that? Wait a minute, you shouldn't be driving at all.
No, I don't. I have a driver. I have a
You got to
chauffeur.
drive. Okay, he waiting down the parking lot right
yes,
now.
I have a budget now.
Got
so
the,
I have. Yes.
Got the car running.
Got the car running. Get it warmed up for me. You know.
All right.
I like to call it the Aggie P treat.
The Aggie P.
Yes.
My man.
Say my man. For those who don't know who I'm talking about a man that his name is Radar, but we like to call him Radar Charles.
Yes.
Because of his affliction.
Yes, sir.
Radar, what's going on?
And there is the way, Big T, when it's time to play, sir. I'm just happy to be here.
Absolutely.
Welcome back, Aggie P.
Yes, absolutely.
Good to be here, brother. Good to be here.
Good to see you, sir.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back. And then we've got man working the board. He doing the board work.
Okay.
You know, got
Look who
the
showed
buffer
up.
music, keeping us on track with the time. He's got the Lakers hat on tonight.
Okay.
And he's a huge Eagles fan. Monster Eagles fan. Monster Wake Forest fan. You know?
all
I want to
three.
know who the well, anyway. I'll mention it a little bit later.
Say that for later.
Birdman, what's going on, Bird?
Thank you to all the fans and the Tunnel Crew for allowing me to do my concert last week. I got an A on it, by the way.
Perfect, man.
Wow, great.
Perfect.
Good to
Hey,
hear,
and that's
man.
awesome. For those who don't know, man, Bird was performing in a concert last
Yes,
week. That's
he
why he
was.
wasn't on the show with us. And he had a
was
good
missed.
time. He had a
Yes.
blast. So
He had a blast.
Congratulations, Bird. And then we got our man, Aggie P is in the house. He is a proud A&T State University alum.
Aggie P.
Played football
wait a minute.
Hey,
It's an audible.
got
It's
a
an audible on the
Florida
play.
State.
It's an audible
Boy,
on
he
the
just
play.
broke out the Florida
He's
State
showing love. He's showing love.
Aggie P, what's up, man?
Tunnel Crew, make no mistake. I am rolling with Florida State.
I like that.
Seminoles.
The state.
The Seminoles.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Well, thank you, man. Aggie P, appreciate it. Hey, and together, we are the Tunnel Crew, watching everything that happens inside and outside the tunnel, leading to the lines of competition in the world of sports. Coming up on this edition of the Crossover Sports Show,
What we got?
college football playoffs set in stone. We know who the matchups are. We know who the champion's going to come from. And then we got upsets galore in the NFL.
man.
So we'll get into that a little
Yeah,
bit.
we're gonna get
and
into
a
that.
little bit of college football action. You know, Carolina played the defending national champs this week, and Duke
Yes.
had a rough go of it. You know, they lost 2 road games last week. You know, so we might get into that a little bit. Not a lot.
just
College
touch on
basketball
it.
season just starting, so
Okay.
we got a lot of time to talk college basketball. But hey, we want to mention also none other than the Queen.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
First lady.
I was getting ready to say
mama,
that.
the
Is that a clone?
the entrepreneur? She is in the house, ready to go. TP is her name. TP, what's up?
Is that AI?
It's that AI.
It's blessings on blessings.
Yes.
Radar, I need you to unzip. Do you have
Wait a minute. Time out. Hold on. How's she gonna come on the show?
Unzip.
She done missed 3 shows.
Unzip, brother.
You want me to unzip? Okay. Hold on.
Uh-oh,
You
here
have
comes-
on your
here comes-
A&T
Hey, we need a
shirt.
drum roll, please.
Yeah. You know what? I'm in violation.
You
I didn't think she was gonna be here tonight. I didn't think she was gonna be
He
here
tried to
tonight.
pull a
Foul on
fast
the
one.
play. Foul on the plate.
As a result, he has to start off the year with an Aggie shirt on.
Hey, TP, he tried to pull a fast one. He didn't expect anybody to call him out like
I
he
didn't.
did.
I didn't.
He didn't expect that. All right.
That's what the professor does.
That's exactly right. Put the student on the spot.
On the spot.
Put the
Man, call me
student
to the
on
front of the
spot.
class.
Hey, come up here and answer this question right quick. You don't know nothing.
All right. No, it didn't do none of my homework.
And she knows it too.
Yes, she
She's
did.
like,
She knew.
I knew it.
She knew it.
All right. Well, hey, now it's time for the hot topics, the hottest stories in sports. May not be what everybody else is talking about, but it's the things we, the Tunnel Crew, want to talk about. And guess what?
Talk about it.
Nothing hotter for us
Mm-hmm.
than our playoffs. We just had our second annual Picks Champion playoffs.
Okay.
All
yes.
right.
Yes.
And so let me go ahead and we're going to recap real quick what happened. Because we didn't recap last year.
We did not.
We didn't. We just kind of congratulated the winners and
Right,
everything.
right,
and said,
right.
hey, this is the championship, moved on. We're going to recap this time real quick. It's not going to take us long.
No.
Let's take a few minutes to recap. And it was number 2 versus number 3 on one side of the bracket.
Okay.
Number 2 being Aggie P.
Uh-huh.
Number 3 being Bromell.
Okay.
And, man, they were tied at 1 apiece after the first quarter. 2 games equals a quarter.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
We had 9 picks. That 9th one equals overtime if you make it there. If you make it there. And Saturday saw Bromell win 3 of the 5 games, while Aggie P took 1, giving Bromell a 3-4 record to Aggie P's 2-5 heading into Sunday, meaning 1 win for Bromell equals victory. Aggie P could steal it if he won both the games on Sunday. He had 2 games on Sunday. Eagles versus 49ers.
Okay.
And Texans versus Broncos. Well, Bromell got the tiebreaker in that Texans-Broncos game, gave him 4 wins, and that's all he needed.
Okay.
Aggie P came back and got the win in the Eagles-49ers game. So the finish looked like this. Bromell went 4-5. Aggie P went 3-6. So Bromell wins the series 4-3. All right. So in the other semifinal between me and Birdman, I was number 1 seed. Bird's the number 4 seed.
Okay.
Bird trailed 2-1 going into the Big Ten championship on Saturday, Michigan, and then he took 2 in a row. You know,
Wow.
He took 2 in a row.
Right.
And he led 3-2 going into Sunday, which
Okay.
means he was in the same situation as Bromell. If he wins any of those 2 games on Sunday, I'm gone. I'm out of it. You know, and the first game, man, Denver, almost came back.
Yeah.
Russ was cooking.
Yeah.
And then Russ burnt the roast. We talked about this before. He
You're
burnt
right.
the roast and threw that interception. So saved me.
Yes.
Forced overtime. That meant the winner of the Eagles-49ers pick moves on.
Oh.
And it was straight up head-to-head. We didn't have to do tiebreakers
Okay.
with points because I took the 49ers. He took the Eagles.
I knew he's going to take the Eagles like
And-
a fanboy.
Say like a fan.
Yeah.
And ultimately, in the end, I got the win and moved on in overtime.
Okay.
So the championship matchup is set. Bromell, defending champion, versus me, the number 1 seed. And congratulations to Aggie P. Aggie P, you only lost by 1 game, so you had a good run, man. Congratulations to Birdman. You only lost by 1 game in overtime. So good run to you too.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
I like it.
Tunnel
I'll be
Crew.
back next year.
Tunnel Crew, your thoughts on the second annual playoff? I got a feeling I know what Aggie P gonna say.
He want to recount.
That's what I was thinking.
I tried. Hey, look, I tried for you, Aggie P. Like, can we get a consolation bracket for like what they do on fantasy football? I tried.
No consolations here.
None.
Hey,
None.
the focus is on the championship,
Yes.
baby. So, Tunnel Crew, though, it's fun, man. We have fun doing
That was
this.
great.
Yes. Enjoyed it, and it was a good time. Aggie P, what'd you think, man?
Oh, I had a great time with it, man. Those, when you throw the little twist in there, you gotta pick the score.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I'm sitting there hoping that a team will fumble.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, fumble the ball. I don't need you to score. I'm
Right.
right there at it. But yeah, a lot of fun, man. Hey, and most of all, it was a great game.
There was
Oh,
some
yeah.
great games.
I mean,
man.
I really enjoyed the games, watching them and the competing and everything. As you know, you can tell by my attire tonight, I'm a little upset.
Yeah,
with,
upset.
Oh.
the committee, but I think we're going to talk about that a little bit later on.
We are.
Yeah,
we
we gonna get
definitely
into
going to get into it. Well, and you know what, Aggie P, I'm gonna tell you, Bro Mel is. I noticed this last year against you, last year in the semifinals, then against me in the championship, and I saw it again this year. That dude is nearly spot on with some of his scores, man. Do you know that Houston-Denver game, the final was 22-17? He picked 21-17. He was off by 1 point.
How you do that?
I don't know. He does it a lot. He does it more often than he doesn't.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna start calling him Bro Melichek. Because that dude, boy, he is diabolical when it comes to those picks.
I mean, them numbers, man.
And the
when
numbers,
he do them scores,
the point spreads are off the charts. Because Aggie P, real quick, I started mirroring his picks last year, and I started going on runs myself. And then I said, I'm getting cocky now. Let me start doing my own thing. I think I got it from here, and then that's when I went down below everybody.
So that's when he went down below.
The rest is history, yeah.
Did y'all hear that? He just gave his secret. Remember when he went on that run last year? And we was like, man, how the radar get this good? He just gave his secret away.
He just spilled the beans.
He just spilled the beans.
I was just copy and pasting Aggie P.
Hey, he was waiting for Bro Mel's picks to come in. He was like, all right, I can send mine now.
All right.
Oh, man.
Hey, he sound like me, Big T, when we have some baseball. I mean, where is Stats? Why don't
Say Stats, hurry up. Right. And Stats will leave you hanging. Stats going to turn his in to the last second.
What would he do?
A buzzer beater.
Right. Buzzer beat, and then pick the wrong week, too. Like, I thought we was last week. This is this week. Oh man.
Oh, man. Well, hey, if nobody else has any thoughts or comments on the playoffs, we'll move on from that. But, hey, congratulations to, like I said, congratulations to Berg. Congratulations to Aggie P. Y'all did great. Congratulations to the Queen for being the first ever champion. That's why when we do get a trophy,
Yes.
we looking at getting a trophy. When we do get it, it's going to be the Trina Pratt.
What? The what?
The Trina Pratt
Yes.
trophy. Like you got the Vince Lombardi.
I don't remember having that.
it's gonna
Me
be
and
the
Big T
Trina
came up
Pratt.
with
We didn't
that.
talk about that in
Listen, you weren't a part of that meeting. You weren't a part of that
okay.
meeting. Me and Big T came up with that.
It's got to be named after the first champion.
Well, I'm
just
glad
like,
I'm listening now.
I mean, Lombardi is named after the first champ, after the first championship coach.
Radar tried to say that Big T was the first person. I
Nope.
had to correct
No, I was not. Yeah, he sure did. He just sent out a text last week. Come on. He go to
Yes, he
winners.
wanted me to sit down because it was all me.
Talking about he go to winners. Got them all messed up. Got somebody winning 2020 when nobody even won 2020. I corrected him. I said, man, COVID won 2020.
Aggie P, I was trying to give them all to Aggie, Big T or Bro Mel or anybody else but TP. I thought we disqualified her. I thought we put an asterisk on that.
I don't think so.
Well, hey, y'all.
Wow.
Hey, we had fun with the playoffs. It was a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to the championship game. Like I said, it's between me and Bro Mel.
Yes.
And, it's all the bowl games and a couple of NFL games, so we won't know who the champion is until probably January 1st, is when we'll find out. But that's just in time for us to come back in the studio to announce the champion, because we got a winter break coming up after this.
Okay.
We'll be off for the next couple of weeks, catch up on some reruns of the show. Hope you enjoy them. But when we come back, we're going to get into those college bowl games, a little NFL, a little NBA, a little college basketball.
All
You're
right.
listening to The Crossover.
WLJL.
Support for WLJF programming is provided by Love and Faith Christian Fellowship, equipping the saints to do the work of ministry. Love and Faith Christian Fellowship, one church in two locations, in Curtisville at 521 Cinema Drive and in Greensboro at 4344 Blackberry Road. For more information, call 336-632-0205 or visit www.loveandfaith.org.
Do you have questions concerning life issues? Tune in to What's the Answer, a live call-in talk show that will give you answers based on the Word of God. Join Pastor Michael Thomas, Pastor Daryl Beatty, and Bishop Leroy George every Friday at 11 a.m. on 100.7 WLJF.
The following is made possible by Dad.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling all over it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
Why do you have to be careful when it's raining cats and dogs? Because you might step in a poodle.
And kids that spend more time with their dads grow up to be smarter, more successful.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding.
And, with any luck, funnier adults.
Why didn't the skeleton go to the dance? Because he didn't have anybody to go with.
Dad jokes rule. So take a moment to make a moment and give your kid a laugh. It's as easy as going to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
That's really funny.
Once again, it's that time for you to go online and look at WLJFradio.com. Click on the Listen Live button, and you can also download the Love and Faith 100.7 app, available on the Google Play and iTunes Store. You can also post your comments and your questions on our Facebook page at Love and Faith Radio, or you can go to Twitter at Love and Faith Radio, or you can go to Instagram on Love and Faith Radio. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel on our Love and Faith Radio channel. And you can also give us a call here in the studio at 336-387-0562. Give us a call. Let Bird know what you want to talk about. We'll get into our topic of the day. And again, give us a call at that number, 336-387-0562.
All right. Appreciate it, Radar.
Back
Charles,
to you. Absolutely. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Hey, before we jump into our topics, Bird,
Yes, sir.
because you remember the first segment I was getting ready to say something to you, and I said I'll hold off because I had to look them up because I forgot who it was. Man, who in the world is New Jersey Tech?
I have no idea. I keep asking myself.
Hey, I looked at
the New Jersey Institute of Technology.
Hey, I'm on my way over here, right?
Go on.
And a Wake Forest commercial is playing on the radio. And they talking about, don't miss out at the Lawrence Joe this Saturday as your Deeks take on New Jersey Tech. And I was like,
what?
Who? What? New Jersey.
They're 1-6 in there.
TP, Aggie
Is that-
P, have y'all ever heard of New Jersey Tech?
And he got the nerve to talk about y'all schedule sometime. Jersey Tech.
I mean, seriously, New Jersey Tech?
That sound like a filibuster. That sound like they just got them on the thing because they couldn't get nobody else to sign up for that schedule.
Oh my goodness, I've never heard of, but they do have a sweet logo. They got a sweet logo.
That's the only sweet
if they
thing
got a
about
sweet
them.
logo, I might be all in.
you might be all in.
They might be trying to come up.
And there's no way you're going to confuse them with Wake Forest because their colors are red, blue, and white. So
Okay.
they got the American colors. So,
Okay.
you know, nobody will confuse them with y'all, so you don't have to worry about that, Bird.
That's a step down from playing Rutgers. A huge step down.
New Jersey Tech.
I might need to check that game out. They might bring some heat.
So they might.
They're
Don't
1-6.
Don't let them win.
Undefeated
man.
at
They are
home.
from Jersey.
Don't let them win. That's all I got to say. All right, let's get back to our topics. College football playoffs are set. Number 1, Michigan versus number 4, Alabama. Number 2, Washington versus number 3, Texas. And it was Washington in the championship game sweeping Oregon in a 34-31 win. And they swept Oregon this year in the regular season and in the Pac-12 championship game. Bama controlled the 2-time defending national champion Georgia, ending their bid to become the first team ever to win 3 national championships in a row. 27-24 was the final there. Texas all over Oklahoma State, 49-21 behind Quinn Ewers, who set a Big 12 championship game record. 452 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, only 1 interception, completed 76% of his passes. He threw for like 340 something in the first half in that game. I mean, they were just running up and down the field on them. And then Aggie P's Florida State Seminoles. They're 13-0, okay, ACC champions. And they even with all that, they beat a 10-win team in Louisville in the conference championship game 16-6 with a third-string quarterback for Florida State, mind you.
What?
Just found out he was going to play that night, and they dominated Louisville 16-6. That defense is Florida State's defense is off the charts good, y'all. And you know what the committee said? Get out of here, you bums.
What?
You know, if you had Travis, you know, if you had your quarterback, we would be like, yeah, you can come to the party. But we don't believe in this second string guy.
Man.
You know, we don't believe, so you take your 13-0 record and go home because you're not invited to this party. So, Tunnel Crew, don't get into your thoughts on the championship games. I mean, the championship playoffs. Don't get into that. We're going to say that for the question of the day. But get into, you know, what you saw in these conference championship games. The Pac-12, the Big Ten, you know, the SEC, the ACC. Give me your thoughts on what happened this past weekend in these conference championship games.
You lead off, Aggie P, because you got on that Florida State shirt like you, like your son getting ready to transfer down there.
Hey, now save your thoughts on what the committee did to them for the next segment.
Okay.
But just break down the games themselves.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, well, the games, like I stated earlier, man, I really enjoyed.
Technical difficulties. Hold on. We're doing a little fixing up here, Aggie P. We got some technical difficulties. Let's get you up and going. Go ahead and give us something, AP. Hold on. Still got technical difficulties. Hey, Aggie P, we're gonna get the technical difficulties sorted out. We're gonna come back to you. All right. Radar, give us your thoughts.
I was happy overall with everything in terms of the competitiveness of the games, and I also like the fact that you couldn't tell who was controlling the flow of the game. Everybody looked like they had a game plan and they were executing. They just didn't know how to close out the games. In other words, so I was happy with the level of competition and the outcomes.
Yeah, I mean a lot of the games were close.
Yeah,
like I said, you know, Alabama was 27-24 over Georgia. You know, Washington 34-31 over Oregon.
Yes.
And you had Florida State 16-6, but that was a close game all the way to like the last half of the fourth quarter.
Right.
I mean, they didn't pull away with that last touchdown until late.
Yeah.
So, you know, you had some good results. Now, you had a couple of blowouts. You did.
You did.
You did have that Texas blowout like you talked about.
Yes.
And you had Michigan jumping all over Iowa.
Right.
26-0. 26-0.
Gotcha.
You know, shutting Iowa out. Now, Iowa's defense is for real. They made Michigan earn every bit of that 26 points, but their offense is terrible.
And that's the part you could see. You could see the defense was able to resist, but they just couldn't hold off the whole game.
They wore down. They wore down. We got Aggie P yet? Aggie P.
Hear me?
Hold on.
Sir.
We still got some technical difficulties, Aggie P. I'm sorry, man.
Okay.
Bird messing up something down here.
I'm sorry, man.
All that time off, he can't get it right tonight.
You can hear? We can. Can you?
No, I can't hear.
I can't hear.
Yeah.
I thought it was just.
Bird, your thoughts on these championship games over the weekend?
First, I liked it because it added a new flavor to the playoffs when we picked them. Kind of get you on the edge of your seat to try to flip through. Because I'm sitting there after I get off of work, I'm sitting there flipping through bowl games. I'm like, okay, let me see what this game is.
Yeah,
SMU.
yeah.
Well, let me turn it back here and see what this doing.
You got your picks out and my picks.
Right.
You know, that's how I was. I'm sitting there watching.
Right.
I'm like, oh man, it's not
come
looking
on,
good
SMU,
for me right
just
here.
Turn it over.
Yep. Man, and that game was hard to watch, man. Because I mean, it was just nobody wanted to take control of the game. It seemed like, I mean, it was just like everybody was running in mud.
Oh yeah, and then the Florida State game.
Yeah,
I didn't realize until you said something, and until the broadcaster said something that he was a third string. I thought he was the second string.
Now, see, the second string, they found out that he had a concussion earlier in the week, and they said he was going to be a game time decision. Well, game time rolled around, and they said, well, we got the Got to roll the third stringer out.
But he held it down, though.
He did.
He held it down. But I'm going to save my other comments for that for later.
Okay. All right. So, have we got our technical difficulties sorted out? Okay.
Does TP have anything to say with that ugly Aggie A&T shirt on tonight?
He calling you out, TP.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we got technical
we can't
difficulties.
Yeah, we can't hear both.
Oh, that's
of
a
them.
good thing.
Yeah,
that's a very good thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not, man. It's not a good thing.
It's not.
That is a
not.
good thing.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. It must be that AI technology.
The producer can hear them.
Yeah,
we
right.
can.
We can't. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, hey, so looking at these games, I'm gonna tell you, the biggest thing to me is it's kind of in a way set up with the Heisman Trophy. It set up the finalists for the Heisman Trophy.
Okay.
Because if you look at the games, so the finalists are this: Bo Nix from Oregon,
Okay.
Michael Penix from Washington,
Boom.
Jaden Daniels from LSU, and Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State.
Oh, never mind.
That's your four that's going to New York to represent for the Heisman Trophy. And if you look at it, man, Michael Penix outplayed Bo Nix.
Right.
You know, so
Yes.
it's going to be kind of hard for Bo Nix to win the trophy over Michael Penix
Yes.
because he got outplayed in that game. And actually got outplayed twice.
Twice.
Yeah, he got
Twice.
outplayed
Convincingly. It
Yes.
wasn't no like, oh no.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, man, Michael Penix, guy could sling that ball.
He can.
To me, the prettiest passer I've ever seen is Warren Moon. Threw the prettiest spiral ever.
And coincidentally enough, he played at
Washington.
Washington. And
Isn't
when
that
I saw
funny?
it is. And when I saw the clips of Warren Moon at Washington,
Boy, he's
I was
awesome,
like,
wasn't
he was playing better than Brandel Cunningham.
Cunningham, yep.
He was running and throwing the ball in the Rose Bowl.
Dude was awesome.
Awesome.
You know, and I'm gonna tell you, he threw a pretty spiral, pretty pass. Penix the same way. When I
Yes.
watched Washington games, I said, this kid can spin it, man.
And you know, talking about guys who can pass the ball, I'm thinking that's the guy that's going to be on people's radar when
Yeah.
it comes to the draft.
Yep.
Yes, Caleb Williams is going to be that guy, but
Yeah.
still, you got to look and be like, man, he might be that next sleeper that we might miss out on.
Hey, you bring up Caleb Williams.
Go on.
He won the Heisman last year.
Yes.
USC had a bad year this year. You know, he still put up good numbers. They had a bad year. You think he should come back or go pro? Because I think his stock dropped. You know, he should have left last year.
You think
after
so?
he won the Heisman. I mean, his stock is as high as it was going to get.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
That's true. And the teams that were available would have been a good fit for him to go to also.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Click on the live button. Make sure you download us on the Google Play or iTunes store. And also make sure you give us a call in the studio. You got one more chance before we go into our question of the day. That number is 336-387-0562. And back to you, Big T.
All right. You're listening to the crossover. We'll catch you on the other side with our question of the day. Yes.
WLJF programming is supported by New Beginnings Christian Bookstore with best-selling authors and artists, Bibles, gifts, and homeschool materials, building relationships, enhancing lives through Christian products. New Beginnings Christian Bookstore, located at 4344 Blackberry Road in Greensboro. For more information, call 336-632-0205 or visit www.newbeginningbook.com.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor because that's a really important job. I would help kids get better and make everything super fun. I'd have a cool waiting room with games, toys, and a huge TV.
If your child is sick over and over again, it could be PI, a serious defect of the immune system. Early testing gives children a chance to dream.
And I'll give every kid a cherry lollipop because that's the best flavor.
Jeffrey Modell Foundation, helping children reach for their dreams. Visit info4pi.org.
Hi, this is Jesse Gaithright with Financial Destiny Incorporated, a nonprofit consumer credit counseling agency. Please join me on Mondays from 11 to 11:30 for Empowered to Prosper. During this time, brothers and sisters, you will learn how to activate and apply systems, principles, and laws of God's kingdom that really will help you become better financial stewards of what's already entrusted into your hands. We're going to cover debt elimination, credit repair, credit building, student loan modification, even home buying. We're going to cover home buying, brothers and sisters. And brothers and sisters, there's a lot of free money out there. One of my favorite topics is knowing your own financial number. How powerful is that? And stay tuned on Mondays from 11 to 11:30 a.m. for the Empowered to Prosper show. We're going to empower you to prosper financially God's way.
WLJF FM, Greensboro.
Welcome back. Thank you for listening to us tonight. Make sure you go online at WLJF Radio, click on the Listen Live button, and you can also download the Love and Faith 100.7 app, available on the Google Play and iTunes Store. And you can also post your comments and questions on Facebook at Love and Faith Radio, and you can also go to Instagram at Love and Faith Radio or on Twitter at Love and Faith Radio. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Love and Faith Radio. And you can also give us a call here at 336-387-0562. And again, that number is 336-387-0562. Give us a call. Let us know how you feel about our question of the day. Back to you, Big T.
All right. Welcome back to the crossover. Hey, we got any social media shout outs or comments or questions from the listeners and fans there, Radar?
No, we don't have anything as of yet. I just checked online here. Oh, hold on. I got one from Aggie P. He just said he just read that Marvin Harrison Jr. is up to make $25 million in an NIL deal next year.
Wow.
What in the what?
So in other words, because he said he's thinking about coming back. In other words, yeah, he wouldn't be taking a big risk if he came. Of course, his dad's Marvin Harrison, so
right.
He got the family money, but but he want his own.
And you think about it, when we were talking off the air, you were saying about Caleb Williams. I'm like, it wouldn't be crazy for him to come back.
Yeah,
because if you go into the league, you got to look at who's available to pick you up.
I think he should have left last year after he won the Heisman, because the stock actually probably has dropped a little bit this year.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
All right, so we were talking about, before the break, we're talking about those college conference championship games and Heisman and how all that stuff set up a lot of things. Well, it leads to the College Football Playoff Selection Committee announcing on Sunday who the top 4 teams are, and who, meaning these are the teams that are going to be playing for the championship. And this is the last year that we're only going to have 4. Starting next year, at the postseason, there'll be 12 teams. And the argument won't be who the 5th team that got left out is. It'll be who the 13th team that got left out. I don't even think it's going to be that. I don't think people are going to care a whole lot about the 13th team. I think it's going to be more about seeding and about who's seeded where, out of those 12 teams.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so that leads us to our question of the day. Because we've already told you, Michigan, number 1, Washington, number 2, Texas, number 3, Alabama, number 4. That's your 4 playoff teams right there. And Michigan versus Alabama, Washington versus Texas. So the question of the day is this: do you agree with the College Football Playoff Selection Committee? Do you think they got it right? And if not, what would you change?
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And we'll start with you, Radar.
Believe it or not, I wouldn't change any of them, because I like the fact. Yeah, I'm good, because I like the fact Washington is in there, and I like the fact
they're undefeated.
I love that, and I love the quarterback's story and the coach's story. So to me, they're my dark horse, and they have weapons. They have players in different positions, offense and defense. So I'm happy with that new blood, and also with the old blood in there. And they're still rebuilding off of what they've been losing. So it's still anybody's ball game to me. So I love the rundown.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Bird, your thoughts?
Of course, I'm going to put Florida State in there.
Okay. So
I'm going to replace one of those
Here's what I
teams.
want to know. Who are you going to take out then? I want to know who Bird is who Bird said, get out of here, you bums.
It's a hard decision, but I think Texas.
What?
Taking Texas out of there.
Okay.
Put Alabama against Florida State.
Ooh,
different game. I want to see that matchup. Don't nobody want to see the rematch. We already know how that's going to end up.
Ooh,
we don't want to see that.
But see, okay. So here's the thing, though. A lot of people pretty much said, if Alabama got in, this is what they were saying after Alabama upset Georgia. If Alabama got in,
okay,
then you have to take Texas. And the reason they said that is because Texas is a conference champion.
Okay,
1 loss, and they beat Bama by 10 points on their home field. You know? So they said if you put Alabama, they're package deals, is what a lot of people say.
Okay.
They're a package deal.
Okay. Oh, okay. So let me bring you up to speed. Aggie P said, I feel that Florida State should be in the slot for Texas because Texas lost to Oklahoma, which finished 3rd in their conference.
That was a bad loss.
That was a bad loss.
Respectfully speaking.
Right.
The good outweighs the bad.
That was a bad loss.
If I was to take a vote, I would take Aggie P's vote just because of that loss and the way they lost, you know.
It was a bad loss.
Right.
But you still can't shy away from that that Alabama getting hammered by 10 points on their home field by Texas. Matter of fact, Aggie P, I would say this. I would say I don't disagree with you putting Florida State in, but instead of replacing Texas, I'd probably replace Alabama.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'd kick Saban and his boys out because, you know, I mean, let's be honest, man. If Auburn plays better defense on a 4th and 30-something, 4th and 31,
yeah,
you know, instead of giving up that, Alabama's not even in the conversation. You know, I mean, it was Auburn who couldn't play defense on 4th and 30.
Right.
Hey, 4th and goal, 31 yards away. And they let the guy get open on the sideline of the end zone, back of the end zone, and catch it for a touchdown. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, nah.
So let's be honest. If that didn't happen, we're not even talking about Alabama.
You're not even talking about Alabama.
You know?
Right.
I mean, so anyway.
And he said, but they beat. He said, but they beat the number 1 in the country, Georgia, with Alabama. So that kind of gave them a leg back up.
Georgia struggled this year, though. Georgia, I mean, they were undefeated. They were the 2-time defending national champs. But let's be honest. How many Saturdays you look up and Georgia would be trailing in the second half, and then they pull it out?
They pull it out, but they didn't have those ugly losses. They had ugly wins.
What's better, an ugly win or ugly loss?
Big T.
Yes.
The Queen is on the phone.
Okay. Queen, what's
you sure,
up?
sir?
TP, what's happening?
Yes.
All right, thank
Everything.
you. So your thoughts on the college football playoff selections, do you agree with the 4 teams that are in? And if not, what would you change?
I'm a bit undecided about it all.
Okay.
I really am. I'm just looking at things from a different standpoint and a different point of view when it comes to the game right now. And I guess, and not to get off the subject, but on the subject, I'm just kind of looking at, you know, everything that was on the news today also about that transfer portal. So
yeah,
I don't know. The games right now is just changing so much that it's hard to have consistency the way that we used to. And, you know, that's what I'm kind of looking at, consistency. I know even at A&T, we've had some quarterbacks that are leaving. It's not just the quarterbacks. Anytime you get a new conference, get a new coach, people don't adapt to change well. You know, you got the coach that was from Duke that went back to, you know, where he played for his coach. You know, he went back there, and I don't know. I guess I'm just so undecided right now because it's just been difficult to keep up with the consistency of it all when it comes to college sports. I still think that college sports is more hungry compared to the pros. So that's my thoughts on it. I'm still kind of undecided about it all.
Okay. All right.
I try to look at different aspects of everything.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Do we have Bromel? I mean, not Bromel. Aggie P? Okay. Hey, Aggie P, we still got some technical difficulties. We'll get them sorted out, and we'll get you, because we want to get your thoughts on it, man, especially since you came in here with the Florida State gear on. We definitely want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah. And he did say a win is a win when you was talking about the ugly wins versus the bad losses per se.
Yeah, a win is a win. You're right. Hey, you can't. Hey, the people years from now.
Yeah.
When people look back at the season.
Right.
Or talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to say, man, but they trailed such and such by 10 in the third quarter and came back one. They're not going to say they trailed this team by 12 in the second quarter and came back and won. They're just going to say, hey, look, they had this many wins, this many losses.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what the talk's going to be.
Yeah, and
that year they went 13-0.
13-0. It ain't about who they beat; it's how many games, wins, and losses. And to that point, also when Aggie P was going in on about a win is a win, you think about the fact that if you was to take out any team and put in a Florida State, you can't take out one of those teams that's going to bring in, let's say, about $15 billion in revenue, viewers, and coverage.
So you saying it's about the money, too.
It's about the money because more people are going to cover Alabama or Texas than they are of Florida with a third-string quarterback that doesn't have lineage. Like, is this, God forbid, this is Pat Mahomes' younger cousin. Now they're going to be like, oh, we're going to put this dude on TV because Mahomes is hot, his cousin is hot, everybody's hot, Mahomes.
You know something? When I look at it, one of the things I question is the seeding. Like, we know Michigan's number one, obviously, clearly.
Yes.
And we know Washington is number two, clearly, obviously. But I think when you look at the seeding, you got a one-loss SEC champion, Alabama. You got a one-loss Big 12 champion in Texas, okay? And to me, if you would have seeded those two teams different, okay? If you would have put Texas at the 4 seed and Alabama at the 3 seed, then you get contrasting styles versus contrasting styles. So what I mean by that is you would have Michigan, who's a defensive run-the-football, smash-mouth run-the-football team, versus Texas, wide open, let it rip, let it fly, explosive.
Keep going.
We saw what they did against Oklahoma State in the Pac-12, the Big 12 championship. So you would have two contrasting styles playing each other, and then you'd have that in the other matchup too. Washington, high-flying, throws the ball all over the place. Alabama, defense, grind it out. See, now you've got two grinders against each other, and two explosive offensive teams against each other.
So peep the hustle. Now they put them two on this side because technically they don't want Washington to win.
Yeah.
And Michigan, they really don't want them to win because of what we've talked about.
So they want the Texas-Bama rematches.
They do basically because again you don't line them up. Otherwise you would have lined up Alabama and Michigan because you want to see if Alabama really has what it takes to go to and win another championship.
Yeah.
Because Michigan is going to be that tester.
Yeah.
And you're going to give Washington a chance to prove to Texas we really belong here.
Well, I'll tell you like this. Out of the 4 teams, if I had a say, if somebody said, okay, pick them in order,
comes down to you.
In order of who you really want to win it the most, who you'd like to see to win.
Yes.
I'm gonna say Michigan first. I'd love to see Michigan win it.
Okay.
Washington second.
Okay.
I would love to see Washington win. They hadn't won anything since '91.
Right.
Split national championship with Miami. I would love to see the next team would be Texas because it's been so long since they've won anything. And of course, finally Alabama. Alabama wins all the time. They win all the time. So that would be the team I would least.
That's a good order.
I would least want to see win it.
Yeah.
But Michigan, Washington, Texas, Alabama.
I heard some people trying to argue the fact that Washington and Florida State were behind each other. Well, one was in front of each other, and the other one was behind each other. So it's like, okay, well, they were both undefeated and everything, but they're trying to make a case to say that Washington, even though they beat Oregon, shouldn't be there. It should be Florida State. Because of that point.
Oh man,
I disagree with them.
Yeah, you
because
can't leave
Washington can't just come out. They did beat a legit Oregon team.
Yep. Oregon had one loss going into that championship game.
And Aggie P, real quick, he said, I'm ready to march. Because his team didn't get picked. He said, I'm ready to march on them. And Talking for Fun showed up on the thread. She said, the alliance which was the leaders from the ACC, Big Ten, and the Pac-10 delayed the start of the Big 12 team start playoff format, and it would have started this year, so the ACC hurt its own chances. Wow, talking for fun.
Wow.
That's huge.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Well, Aggie P, I know that you wanted Florida State in, but you happy with Washington, though? You Michael Penix Jr., I mean, you know, I know you're happy to see the brother in there with a chance to get it. He's shaking his head.
He's shaking his head. He's like, that reminds him too much of Deion Sanders.
Man, you don't like Michael Penix Jr., man? You know, that brother can spin it, man, like Warren Moon.
Right.
Another Washington
It really reminds me of Herndon Hooker, the way he was getting off before he tore his, ACL.
Yeah. Aggie P said, nah, if it ain't Florida State, I don't want it. If it ain't the Seminoles, no, sir.
And Talking for Fun said she also wanted Florida State to get in, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, realistically, I think Florida State.
And you think...
there you go.
Here we go.
Aggie P, what's up, man?
Hey, nothing much, man. No, Big T. Florida State should be in there, man.
So they should be in there?
But Aggie P, you remember
they
when
should be in there.
You remember when they asked
though,
for more money?
I want to see Florida State with that defense.
Yeah.
Go up against Washington, but I really love Michigan, man. Just that, line up. We're going to run the ball. We might pass the ball. Put 8 in the box, try to stop us type mentality. I just love that type of football. So,
and they got
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, they got a nice defense.
But I just feel that Texas should be out and Florida State should be in.
Man,
I can see that.
Well, you know they said Alabama and Texas was a package deal.
Right. The politics of it all, right?
Absolutely.
The politics, man.
Absolutely, man.
Because everybody kind of felt like that was, well, if you put Alabama in, then you might as well go ahead and stamp Texas in there.
And the interesting thing is how they would have tried to squeeze Caleb Williams up in there had he went undefeated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now Washington would have been feeling some kind of way. They'd be like,
what they go this year? 7-5?
Woo. Yeah.
Pretty rough season. Boy.
Very rough season.
Hey, Aggie P, you think he should have went pro last year after he won the Heisman?
Yeah, his chances were better last year. I think his stock had dropped a little bit.
Yep, I agree. Lost him a little bit of bag there.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, we hope you enjoyed our question of the day. And there's more of that every Thursday, 7 p.m. right here on the YouTube, on the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. When we come back, we're going to put a bow on this thing and head into the Christmas season singing Christmas carols, praising the Lord. We'll catch you on the other side.
On WLJL.
Hello, this is Brother Sowell.
And I'm Kim Sowell.
And we're excited to announce that we'll be hosting a radio show entitled Marriage So Well on WLJF Radio 100.7, where we'll be discussing all things marriage to help strengthen our marriages and to build loving homes through the Word of God.
So we want you to please join us on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. and help us to build a community of couples who are exemplifying marriage so well.
Hey, Dad, your prescription will be ready in just a minute. Hey, Dad, your laundry will be ready in just a minute. Dad, your lunch will be ready in just a minute.
Hey, honey, why don't you take a minute? When you help care for a loved one, you give them as much time as you can. But it's just as important to take time for yourself. AARP can help. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving. That's aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
You may not realize how important 3 letters can be. For a patient who needs type A, B, or O blood, these letters can mean life, but there simply aren't enough people giving blood. Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs it, but only about 3% of the population donates. Without more donors, hospitals may not have the blood needed to save lives. That's why the American Red Cross needs people to help restore the A's, B's, and O's that are depleting each day. When you make your appointment to donate blood at redcrossblood.org/missing types, you can help give strength to kids, parents, and grandparents who face life and death challenges. From cancer patients to accident survivors waiting for critical surgeries, your generosity can give someone more life. Don't wait until the letters A, B, and O are missing from hospital shelves. You are the missing type patients need. Visit redcrossblood.org/missing types or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to make your donation appointment today.
It's time now for the Crossover Wrap-Up Report. Let's send it back to the Tunnel Crew.
Welcome back to the Crossover. And just a couple of quick mentions here. We mentioned in the opening, Duke lost back-to-back games, road games. So that's good. It wasn't at home, but they lost at Arkansas and lost at Georgia Tech last week. So there you go. So that's 3 losses for them. Because they also lost at home to Arizona and Caleb Love.
Yes.
A couple of weeks ago.
Former UNC.
And then UNC lost to UConn, trailed by as many as, I think, 16. Cut it to 5 at one point late in the second half, and then UConn went on a run and ended up winning it by, I think, 13 points or 11 points, something like that. So, ACC teams, they're still in good shape. They're not doing bad. But and then does anybody understand this? This NBA tournament.
I do.
In-season tournament.
I do.
I know you would, because
you want some understanding on it?
Well, just a quick,
real quick.
Let us know what's going
Think about
on.
it like
nobody understands.
Think about it like this. It's like the the Charleston Classic or something like in college basketball. It counts towards your record. It counts as a title, but it's not like
it's not
March
the
Madness.
title.
Yeah, it's not. So think of it like that.
Well, I mean, that part I understand. It's if this team wins by this many points,
right,
then it helps their standings, all that stuff. And they say that's after the soccer model,
Oh, okay.
They're using the soccer, a pool play model here. And I'm just like, I'm confused, man. I'm so good. You hear this team lost, and they're in bracket C or whatever. Anyway, long story short, because I don't want to lose too much time. We got to go into our picks and everything. But hey, the NBA thing is weird. Bird, your Lakers are still alive for the in-season championship, whatever that is.
Yeah. Pelicans is going down tonight.
They're going. Okay, that's right, because it's the semifinals tonight, right?
Yes, sir. Speaking of, hold on. I gotta look up. Radar. Oh, Radar. Bye, Giannis.
Oh, they're gone. Oh, they're upset. They got eliminated, huh?
Yeah. Halliburton.
They're eliminated from the in-season
tournament.
They can't get that trophy. They can't get instead of giving them rings, they're giving
Radar.
them gold medals.
Giannis crapped out.
Giannis crapped out. All right, well, hey, let's recap. Well, we already recapped the semifinals in the first segment of the show. So if you're on YouTube, you can see the video, the screen that our man Radar produced for us.
Thank you.
Showing the championship matchup between me and Bromel.
Yes.
And so here are the games that we had to pick. 2 NFL games. Week 15, Ravens at Jaguars. They're currently 2-3 in the AFC standings for the best record in the conference. And then week 17, Lions at Cowboys, and they're in the same situation. They're currently in the top 5 for the standings in their conference. Then we got bowl games. Number 12, Oklahoma versus number 14, Arizona. Number 7, Ohio State versus number 9, Missouri. Number 10, Penn State versus number 11, Ole Miss, which that's the Alamo Bowl, Cotton Bowl, and Peach Bowl. Then in the Orange Bowl, you got number 5, Florida State, Aggie Peas, Florida State Seminoles versus number 6, Georgia. In the Fiesta Bowl, you got number 8, Oregon versus number 23, Liberty. The Sugar Bowl has number 2, Washington versus number 3, Texas. That's one semifinal of the playoffs. And then in the Rose Bowl, you got the other semifinal of the playoffs. Number 1, Michigan versus number 4, Alabama. And the picks, just 2 people picking this week. It's the championship participants. Me and Bromel, let's see who's up first.
I'm glad we ain't got to wait on TP's picks.
Man,
you need to be quiet.
Get him, Queen.
You need to be quiet.
Get him. Why he always messing with you? I don't understand it.
I don't know, but he need to be quiet. He just missed.
Read my
He
picks,
wanted
Big
to
T.
talk junk when I went on the air.
Hey, call him peasant again.
I can tell that's not AI generated.
He'll stop talking about you. Call him peasant. Hey, bring that one back.
That's the magic word.
All right, so I took the Raven. Okay, and we are the scores of the games of the tiebreaker. So any games where me and Bromel pick the same team, whoever has the closest combined total score to the actual combined total score wins that pick as far as the tiebreaker goes. So I've got the Ravens 28-24.
Okay.
I've got the Cowboys 40-23.
Okay.
Got Oklahoma 34-27. Ohio State 28-21. Penn State 30-24. Georgia 27-17. Oregon 42-20. Washington 38-35. Michigan 35-24. So what that means is I'm picking Michigan versus Washington for the national championship.
Okay.
All right, let's see what Bromel has. Bromel has the Ravens 24-21, Cowboys 35-24, Arizona 35-32, Missouri 32-24, Penn State 35-24, Georgia 31-17, Oregon 35-28, Washington 35-28, and Michigan 35-24. So Bromel also has Washington versus Michigan for the national championship game. Like Bromel said on the text thread the other night, may the best picks win.
Yes.
And we will know what happened when we come back the first Thursday in January.
I'm rooting for the underdog, Big T.
Yeah, our producer Percy kept asking me, what's the odds? Who's the favorite? And I told him Bromel is favorite by one game. So I'm the underdog.
Right.
He is the defending champ.
He is. So that's rightfully so. Even though you got 2 rings on your belt.
That's under the old system.
I know, that's like telling. That is just Steph Curry. You only got 3 rings.
That's under the BCS.
Okay.
This is the college football playoff.
That's the post big game era.
This is the college football playoffs right here.
Right. This is for all the marbles.
All right, man. Did you say you had something you wanted to say to somebody?
I did.
Okay,
I wanted to say something to TP. I wanted to congratulate her on all her new endeavors and everything. I said she reminds me so much of Caleb
TP,
Williams.
you know what's coming, don't you? Look at her shaking her head. She already like, oh, Lord, here we go.
Real quick, I'll make this real short.
Here we go.
She's been doing really well with her endeavors, her outreach events, and her commercials and everything. And I was just wanting to give her a shout out, real quickly, because she showed up today and did her show. She didn't, not show up like she did last week. She pulled a Caleb Williams on us. When Caleb Williams started doing the Wendy's commercials, all of a sudden his numbers started going down. So I just didn't want to call her out like that. I just wanted to tell her kudos, and I'm glad she got on her A&T shirt.
All right, Queen, do you have a rebuttal?
I said thank you for the endeavors because it has been a hard thing.
Yes.
It's not easy working 3 jobs. It's not easy at all.
3 careers.
I do thank you for that part. I do thank you for that part.
From the heart.
And I'm praying for a great new year.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm very appreciative of prayer tonight.
Yes,
absolutely. That's why I didn't give you a hard time for being late.
I'm trying to come in with a good slate.
There you go.
Prayer does work.
There you go.
Prayer does work, DT.
I did say I'm trying.
She said trying.
I did say I'm trying.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Well, hey, it has been a fun 2023 year. I have enjoyed all of these shows.
Yes.
Being back in the studio. Hey, one quick mention. Duke is expected to hire Manny Diaz, the former Miami coach, to replace their man who just left to go to Texas A&M. So, we'll see if Diaz can turn things around there at Duke. But that's a good hire. It's a very good hire.
They'll put the ACC on the map.
There you go. Hey, for Aggie P.
No weapon.
For the Queen.
Blessings on blessings on blessings.
For Birdman. For Radar Charles.
Narrow is the way.
I'm your man, Big T, signing off and saying no matter where y'all look up, know that your creator is there. Until next time, see ya, and we might want to be.
that's all we have for you today. So be sure to join us next week for the crossover. And remember, the Tunnel Crew don't play unless we have something to say.